past about how much time we spend qualifying on qualifying day. How do you guys as a racer like that? Is that something that you think is too long? Would you like to see that be shorter, more time on the track? Let's just kind of hear what you guys want in that aspect. That's what we're all about. We want to hear from the racer, and even fellow track owners and all that too on here. So everyone has a voice, and then we can talk about it as a group, and make those transitions. Everyone does it a little different. Silver State, you have seeding practice one round, I believe, on day before your qualifying, and then wherever you seed, that's where you stay through your qualifying. So if you don't seed very well and you're in let's say in the number 2 heat, that's where you stay in the number 2 heat for your qualifying. So those are obviously on bigger races. So, and we understand, why that is on that aspect, to keep the show rolling, or keep the show rolling along, and everyone knows where they are so they can plan ahead, and they're not having to wait for a resort maybe, and that's good too. So, but anyway, what else is going on? I know Die Hard, they just had I believe their last indoor carpet series event, I think last weekend up there in Monroe. I know that Hobby Expo is coming up in April. April, I don't have the actual date for me, but middle of April. Actually, weekend before Pasco, so that would be let's see here. This is of course our schedule, so somewhere around the 10th or something like that, I believe, April's the expo, and then of course the big barn. What I consider the outdoor 8 scale dirt, however you want to look at it, even though it's in a arena, kind of kicks off our spring and summer for everyone in the Northwest, is the big barn. So I think that's great. They just did an announcement this week. I got that up here right now. So I had the for Chris Nelson, Let's Talk RC. I put that on here. That was today at 6. So when you guys get done here, go and find him on Facebook, and I can hear at least until it ended. I was kind of busy getting something else going, so I didn't really understand, why it ended or when it ended like that. But anyway, that's great that he's doing that. He's definitely been doing it longer and on the podcast, and it shows. And I think he's got a producer too. So if anyone wants to help out with the Northwest Chat Thursday on the producer side, let us know, because we want to make this a great podcast and get talking about what you guys want to talk about. But the announcement over here for the big barn, obviously you can read it on here, but Nitro Buggy gets $500 first place, and Spec Tire in Nitro Buggy gets $300, and I believe that is coming right from Hunters. They're from Chris Walton up there, so that's great. Now I know it's got Evan's car on here. Maybe he'll be the guy that's walking away with that. But that's pretty cool that they're doing that, putting that money in. It's in U.S. dollars, so going into Canada, and a couple people going to come home or stay there, I guess, if they're from BC. So that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, so don't forget to get signed up. Want to make sure that we keep that rolling. I know he had some announcements, Chris did, about the barn this week for some people to make sure their funds are paid. I think I'm actually on that list for Spec Tire, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to run Spec Tire or not. Thinking about just running Truggy and my buggy, my e-buggy. So anyway, we'll get that figured out over the next couple of days. But what else is going on? Oh, the hangar there for Die Hard. I think they have an event, I believe, this weekend. And then in a couple of weeks, they have their Havoc out there in Duval. And the big barn is 29 days away, I believe, when I looked earlier. So a month away. And people are going to be heading up there. I'm not sure what the count is, but somewhere in the 300 range, I believe, for that. That's really great. And we have some great racing going to happen this summer, so we would like to see, these events that all these local tracks put on and get people from all over the Northwest and of course into Canada to come down and support this traveling series that's the only one in the Northwest. And we're looking forward to getting started with that like the third week in April. I can tell you that the spec tires have been shipped. They're going to be white wheels this year. 601 spec tire from TZO. Thanks Nick Hernandez and all the guys down there, and of course our local pro racer up here, Carson Phipps, did a lot of testing last summer on that and with that 601 with different compounds at the various tracks. So we should have a good tire this year as far as the compound goes. And of course with not having a spec tire nitro buggy in the NCT this year, the tire compound will be appropriate for that spec tire in the e-buggy, so should be great. So we have a couple questions in the comments about seeing who signed up. Yes, we are working on that to do a report, and maybe next week we can get that out there and show everybody what's going to happen. And it'll probably be a weekly report that we'll export and get that out there on the Facebook page for everybody to see kind of what's going on with that. So Jay Riggs said there's nothing wrong with the current schedule. I love it. Normally we start practice around 10 a.m. Friday morning of the weekend there for the NCTs. Go to somewhere around 8 p.m., maybe 10 p.m. Kind of probably depends on the daylight, lights and all that, and the turnout on Friday night. And then, Saturday, 3 rounds of qualifying. A couple of the tracks have a class, like an exhibition class, and I think that exhibition class, I think for like the Hank is the gas truck. So I believe the Hank, Jamie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but probably that exhibition race will be ran on Saturday night, and then Sunday, of course, all the mains will be run. The only way that would change is for the amount of entries, possibly a deep C or D main possibly in a class, and possibly that would be ran on Saturday evening, depending on the time that we have for that, of course, right? Yeah, JTRCR, that's right. I actually talked to Scott Brown here not too long ago. Need to get some updated pictures sent, and we can get those uploaded on here. He's got a great facility down there. Been doing this a long time. He's a great supporter. We want to like to be able to support him more with what's going on down south. They held an NCT some years ago. I don't remember the exact year. Maybe someone can comment when that was. But he runs a great program down there. A lot of people in the south end, running the 10th scale dirt program, and that's great. What else did I have here tonight? We're talking about doing a live guest next week. What do you guys think on that? And I don't know if it'll be just a call in, or we'll try to get a camera set up for that person, and they can talk about. Not going to let the cat out of the bag on who that's going to be. I have a couple people in mind, but maybe midweek next week early in the week we can tell who that is, and I'll make sure that camera and all that stuff works, and the audio, and we can do a little chat with somebody around the Northwest. So yeah. What's new in the Northwest? Obviously the facelift that Jay's talking about down there at TRCR. So Brian Bergen talked about a possibility of an indoor facility just east of Spokane. That'd be cool. Not sure if that's like an indoor dirt facility or a carpet or turf and big for 8 scale or 10 scale or or whatever. There's some talk about having a extra class during Rob Monday's race in September 16th through the 20th. Oh, there you go. Oh, Kendall Davis, first time watcher. Hey, great, Kendall. Glad to have you on board. Yeah, I see that we have some grandkids that come over quite a bit, and you can see kind of in the background there they have a few toys and stuff that were going on there. They were making some stuff out of Legos here on the treadmill. So anyway, that's just real life going on is what that's all about. So nothing wrong with that at all, right? So anyway, we'll just get over to that. So yeah, what would you guys like to see? What's new? What else is new going on in the Northwest? I know up there at Outlaw at HPD, they changed some of their hours, and I'm not 100% sure if their day changed. Maybe a Monday they're maybe not open now, but rest of the week they are. And I think maybe even their hours maybe change a little later in the evening on that. And then, one of the other things to talk about is we're looking for some class sponsors for the NCT. So for the season, if you know somebody that would be interested in doing a class sponsorship, be $750 for that class. Get some media exposure, some banners that would travel with us. You would be on that appropriate trophy for the series at the end of the year, of course, and definitely get some plugs out there for whoever that would be. So that'd be great. If anybody knows of want to help out, partner with a a vendor or a business out there that understands the great need for that kind of thing here in the Northwest, and we can work with them. That'd be great. That's kind of it. I'm going to probably jump back over in a minute when I get off and see if maybe Chris Nelson came back on and see what he's got going on there, and talking more about what happened down there at the TNR. So don't forget to click and those like buttons and subscribe. Comment some more. Share this out there. Trying to get this live stream out to more people and them to know like what's going on in the NCT and how long that we've been around, and we're coming up on one of those milestones. So I'm sure that when that happens here, there will definitely some new stuff coming out. And Jamie's talking about a possible partnership sponsor for the novice class this year, which this year the NCT is adopted the novice class, 10th scale novice 2S limit to the series. So that will be a series supported awarded class at the end of the year, up to 10 awards. So we're looking at partnering with the business from the east side to sponsor that class. So that'll be great. So anyway, appreciate everyone that was on tonight. If we can't watch it live, let everybody know, and we'll get it on the videos for the NCT, and so people can come back and watch later at any time. So appreciate that, everybody. So yeah, there's talk about the novice should only be 2-wheel drive only. I think we're trying definitely to do that. Kind of what we don't want is someone to show up for a novice and they get turned away. So we will support that and talk to them and see if that's in their budget to maybe continue on with the novice, and see if a 2-wheel drive is maybe in their arsenal if they show up, and just depending on how that race event goes for them, of course, right? I mean, if they fit into that novice program and it isn't cleaning house and lapping everybody or something, then of course we would support that novice to come back. But if that's definitely something that is happening because of their 4-wheel drive, then we'll talk to them, and other racers I'm sure will talk to them and make sure they fit in the appropriate class with that. So anyway, good question, guys. I'm gonna sign off here in a minute. Let everybody get back to their Thursday, and like I said, next week we'll try to get a live caller on here and talk, and a couple other things that I have in the works. Hopefully it'll be ready by next week. So appreciate it, guys. We'll talk soon.